Hey, what's going on everybody? This is G and I'm Phunken hungry. In this video, it's not return of the Mac, it's return of the McFlurry soup. Yeah, that's right. McDonald's had a bright idea of putting another pie into ice cream. Basically, they've got a raspberry and custard pie flavoured McFlurry now. Whose bright idea at Ronald McDonald's Funhouse to put a hot pie into cold ice cream and expect it to work? Anyway, here it is. So I did get a couple of items today, but I thought I'd better, basically review this as fast as I can to try to not get McFlurry soup. Now, the ice cream, is basically soup already. As the legendary King of Tasmania, the God of Tasmania, or whatever Roger the Royal Prawn wants to call him, no dilly-dally, let's get right into this. McDonald's Raspberry and Custard Pie McFlurry. Cheers. Ingredients in this is vanilla ice cream, or you can choose chocolate ice cream, and a raspberry sauce, and obviously the pie that has the filling of raspberry and custard. Now straight away, I got a really nice, rich, a slightly little bit tart and sour raspberry flavour from the pie. The custard just has this sort of really gloopy, really sort of solid texture, and there's not much flavour going on. But I'll have a few more bites and we'll see how we go. So I'll try the ice cream with the raspberry sauce. So, I mean, it's your typical sort of soft serve ice cream. It is quite nice though with the raspberry sauce. This vanilla ice cream obviously is quite sort of creamy and dairy tasting. And then you do get that sort of sweetness and that little bit of sour coming from the raspberry, which is nice, a nice combination. Yeah, that ice cream works really lovely with that raspberry sauce. It's just this pie, it's lost its snap, it's lost its sort of crunchy exterior. It's just sort of, like a big ball of just dough, really. It's not the best. I actually have some solid ice cream at the bottom. That's amazing. It's probably because the weather's fairly cold here. It's not a too bad day today, thankfully. Because, there's nothing worse than filming when it's raining and stuff. But yeah, the ice cream's not the problem. The ice cream's lovely with the raspberry sauce. I'm really liking that. That's just sort of a classic combination. Raspberry ripple, that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. It's just this pie, which I can't find now. He's in here somewhere. As I said, the pie's lost its crunchiness. It's just sort of like really doughy. So it's not adding really a nice texture in this. The custard isn't adding too much flavour either. It's not nice and luscious and creamy. There was a little bit of heat to the pie, but not much. And obviously I'm glad that I do have a bit of solid ice cream. So this one, so we'll say this is return of the McFlurry soup, kind of. Because obviously all on top, that pie's heated it up, so it was all sort of melted. But I am grateful that I do have some actual solid ice cream underneath. I would have liked a little bit more raspberry sauce because it was more on top, as I'm getting underneath, that you can only see a little bit of the pink red tinge to the ice cream. So to be honest, I would just prefer like a sundae or a McFlurry that just has that raspberry sauce, because that's quite nice. Maybe sort of like a little bit of crunchiness on top, maybe some nuts. That would be nice, like a raspberry ripple with some raspberry, but as I say, probably about double the amount. They're not that generous with the sauce. So a bit of sauce in the bottom, a bit more ice cream, a bit more sauce on top, maybe some nuts or something, just to keep it nutty, or, just to add a bit of crunch and texture and variation. But yeah, the pie's not really working. So my rating for McFlurry soup, McFlurry raspberry and custard pie flavour, I'm going to have to give them a 4 out of 10. And really the points are coming from, I like the combination of the vanilla ice cream with the raspberry sauce. It's a lovely combination. I guess I'm glad I've tried it, but definitely won't be buying this one again when they've got like, Oreo McFlurry and stuff like that on the menu. The pie just becomes this big gloopy ball of mess. It's just like this weird doughy texture. It's not a really nice texture. The flavors aren't really there. The custard don't come through, which is, you know, it's not nice, warm and custardy. It's just, yeah, just a bit of a mess, and you know, and it doesn't really add much to the ice cream or the flavor of the McFlurry. And the custard is the dominant ingredient in the pie, so the first bite I did get some raspberry coming through from the pie, and that was quite nice. But then, you know, obviously there's not as much raspberry in that pie as custard, and it just didn't really work. Okay, so the price for the McFlurry is $4. I guess that's an okay price, but I don't really like the flavour. My price rating, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. I feel like it's not too bad. You do get a pie, you do get ice cream, and you do get the raspberry sauce. I would have liked a bit more raspberry sauce. But if you've tried McDonald's McFlurry raspberry and custard flavour, let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. Did you enjoy it? Do you think the flavours worked? Do you think the textures were nice? Let me know in the comments below. But I hope you enjoyed this video. This was G from Phunken Hungry, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.